Hello everyone, this is Mayor Trainboy here again, and if you have seen my recent video, which is about the Rocky Mountain Toy Train Show that I went to this year, this video is part 2 to it, and it shows what I have bought from the Toy Train Show this year also. And this time you are going to be hearing me voicing it in person in some of the clips, and there's a bunch of rare things to take a look at. So let's get started then, shall we? First up is a rare and hard to find item which had caught my eye, and this is a Tigalon Walmart caboose, and it cost me $3. And as we take a look around this little caboose, it looks pretty well in good condition, and I have to admit that this thing is such a rare item, since long ago it was in the Walmart stores and it was exclusive to it. Next up are these two pieces that I got for each of them at 50 cents. And that I was lucky to come across. It's the old style of the Tigalon track, and these are curved tracks. And these things have seen better days, and I could tell that by looking underneath, and I could see that there's white lining. But overall, they're still okay, and nothing on them has broken off, and they still work well for the trains. Next up are 4 Thomas the Tank Engine models, and we'll be kicking off with the biggest one, which had cost me $30. This is the large-scale version of the Lionel Thomas, and this is one of the Thomases that I've been looking for a long time. It may be in good condition, but it has a few pieces which is missing to it, and that's the cab roof and the cab footsteps. But you might think that I don't care, because this is a Thomas model and it really matters. And although I guess I could make a new roof for it to make this model more suitable. Strangely, for one thing, is that for this model that I bought, it only had one set of a changing face attached to it, and that's the surprise face. So for this Thomas model that I got, I decided to compare it with today's large-scale electric Thomas, the one that was made by Bachmann Trains. As we take a look at them side by side, you could see that they have so much in detailing. Like on the front of the footplate, the Bachmann version has more details than what the Lionel version has. And also on the back, the Bachmann version also has more details, as on the Lionel version has less detailing. Overall, I was disappointed that this model has missing pieces which are a part to it, and I'm wishing that I actually have bought the layout that this model just came in. But still, I'm happy to have this Thomas now, and he's gonna look fantastic in my collection. So what I did was I grabbed some track out to give this model a test run, but once everything is connected and has been turned on, it seems to do absolutely nothing. But then well, as you can see, it was taking me a bit of time for me to get this model to work. And all the time I was hitting on it to get this thing to move, steadily down the tracks, making it a real-life shot, if that's a word. Also, I have been told that this thing might need some bit of an oil and also cleaning, so maybe with a bit of oil it might do the trick. So let's move on for now. Now this next Thomas model is a take-and play Gold Dust Thomas, and it cost me $3. If you remembered, this model was featured in a playset which is called Rumbling Gold Mine, and although I have no idea why I bought this model which was separated from the playset, as we take a look around all over this model, it appears to be in good condition, only I could see a few marks on it, but I'm sure I might be able to wash them off. So what I might probably do is that I'll keep a good lookout for the playset that this model was featured in, and probably I'll do something about it with this model. You might be forgiven that this next Thomas model is a Tigalon Surprise Face Thomas. Well, as we zoom out, we could see here that this is a Tigalon Thomas. And as you can see, it had a mixture up of prices of this model, saying it's $3 and $2. Then I paid $2 for this model. And as we could see that this model does have a surprise face on it, but as we take a look over here, it has coal dust all over the top of its boiler. Although this Tigalon Thomas is in good condition, except I can't remember where this thing came from until I went to look it up online. After examination, I figured out that this Thomas was from this Tigalon pack, which features a green coal truck along with Bill and Ben. Here's the last Thomas model that I'm showing you now, and it cost me $2. And I want your help on this one. I have got no idea what this Thomas is. It was made in 2007. And it has great detailing. If I have to guess, this Thomas model looks like a small jewelry box that could store your jewelry in. When I compare it to a standard Tigalon Thomas, you could see that this model that is sitting on this little box is smaller than the Tigalon Thomas. Also, one thing I decided to do for now is to put some coins in this Thomas until I could figure out what this thing is. And because, just to remind you, I don't know what this thing really is, but if you do, just leave me a comment. Next up, here we have an Erdell Thomas carrying case. It's a bit battered, and as we take a look at the hinge, which is for closing the case up, you can see that it's got some tape on it, and I think that's because that just in case that piece will break off and there'll be nothing else to lock the case up. A label on the case tells me that it's $5, and another one on it tells me that it's $25 in all. And because of that all at 25 tag on the case, when I open it up, I have discovered that it's loaded with Thomas & Friends Erdell gear, and you might say that this was an excellent find.
Overall, they look like they sure have been played with, some of them. This one is sure look like that it's well beaten up. Also for the troublesome trucks, they look in good condition. I couldn't find any biffo on them, except for the dings on the coal. But there's a character. But there's a character which I have not gotten already, and it's this one, Douglas, one of the Scottish twin engines, and this one looks in good condition. And here's Terence the tractor. He's another character which I have not gotten already. Henrietta as well, I haven't got that too. And this one must have had its sticker windows peeled off, I'm sure. And of course, in this case, it is an Erdell Thomas. And this is new to me. And, of course, this one just had only a bit of play. And only a bit, and of course the detailing of his boiler have seen better days, and I suppose I could fix the detailing of the cab by painting it. And surprisingly, in this case are these two Erdell figures. And I never had these two before, and this is the station porter or the driver, whatever you want to call it, and this one is Sir Topham Hatt. Although they look kind of good condition, except for their heads.
So here, as you can see, this is all of what just came inside that case that I bought. And what I might probably do is that I'll sell some of these stuff away and keep the rest. But for now, I'm just gonna leave them in the case and slide the case over. Next, we have a battered old wooden railway item. And this is a signal tower. It had also cost me $3. And as we take a look around the tower, you might notice that one of these signs is about to be peeled off, since this was an early version of a wooden railway item. But I can glue that back on. And if you remember that these things had these kinds of stickers placed on them. And finally, here I got a wooden railway salty, which is a Minton box. Like the Tigalon coal dust Thomas that I showed you earlier, this one too has a mixture of prices. It's saying that it's $11.99, but the sellers have told me that they were selling their trains for $9, and that's the price that I paid for this model. And you can see on this model of Salty, it has the old classic face instead of the CGI face, and that's the kind of model that I've been trying to find, but now I finally have. That's all I bought from the Toy Train Show this year, and stay tuned for a brand new Thomas & Friends remake that I plan to do it, and hopefully it'll be uploaded next month, maybe. And until next time, thanks for watching, and bye for now.